All right, guys. Good morning. Day after the Super Bowl, February 3rd. This is Top Tier Talk, and yeah, we have a pretty good showing for a live, at least for a Monday. Hopefully everybody watches the replay. We don't know if that's true or not, but we certainly hope that that's the case. Keep your business on track. Keep moving in the right direction. Um, this morning, we're going to talk about. I don't know what you want to I guess, kind of having a vision and building momentum in your business for 2020 and we'll answer your questions as well that may be more, business specific questions as well. But we're going to take kind of a higher view of the business here this morning rather than nitty gritty techie kind of stuff that, we do sometimes as well. Yeah, let's move to the next slide.
Uh-oh, what happened here?
That's not the next slide.
No, it's
That's not the
not.
next slide.
There.
Looking to the next slide. Hey, there's the next slide. Out of order this morning. Yeah, Og Mandino. He was an author. Wrote he's known for his book. I think this is what he's known for anyway. The Greatest Salesman in the World.
Yeah, two of them, part one and part two.
We'll show you in a second. I don't know if we have part one or part two. Probably part one that we have for you. For a free download. Worth reading for sure. Has a lot of quotes. One of them is failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. That's kind of written like an affirmation too. And we've talked about affirmations in the past, not recently, but yeah, I mean, having determination, and you need to have that in this business. You need to have that in sales in general. Because you're always going to run up against roadblocks and things don't always go your way and your prospects don't always say yes, as we know. But you need to have that determination to keep going, right? And to keep learning and to try new things. If something that you're doing is not working, if you're sitting there and you're going, well, geez, I haven't made a sale in, a month and I don't know what's going on. Well, do something different, right? Don't keep doing the same old thing, expecting to get different results. So, I mean, having that determination to be successful and to kind of put blinders on to reach your goal is probably more important than anything else that you could possibly do to become successful.
Well, part of that determination really is having a very strong why or goal objective that you're trying to reach. And that can help your determination become very strong. If you haven't evaluated that lately, I would encourage you. We're second month into a brand new year here, and it's still a really good time to evaluate where you are and where you want to be this year, and build your determination to succeed. And there you go.
Yeah, part three of that I'd like to add is it's always good when you get beat up, and we will, as human beings, get up after, nobody climbs Mount Everest and just goes to the top and it's a piece of cake. There's always trials, tribulations, and obstacles. And so it's very easy to lose a little bit of the wind in your sails. So like Michael just said, when that happens, the best thing to do is review your why. And if you look at your why, it's great to have your why stated in writing. When you're a little bit down, you just remind yourself, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Oh. And just by reviewing it over and over, repeating your why before you go to bed when you wake up, it'll give you more wind for your sales and up your morale and up your determination.
Yeah, why don't we show them where they can download that book, Michael?
Oh, okay. I figured you were going to do that right about now. Let's see. Okay, it's under resources. Is that right, Steve? Or is it somewhere else?
Up. Michael, it's on the marketing system,
on the
not
marketing site, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Under
I guess Michael hasn't downloaded them.
Well, not lately.
I have the real copy of both books. I like the books.
All right, so you log into your marketing system, go to resources, our mindset and motivation,
There they are.
and ebooks.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of them. We got a bunch of the classics. They're all free to download. You know, that don't know if you know that they've been there, but they have been. And the second one there is Og Mandino's Greatest Salesman in the World book. You can download that, you know, and you can see the other titles that we have there as well that are, you know, like I said, all classics.
Yep. And all you have to do is just click this button and down it comes for you.
Yeah, it'll actually appear. It'll show up as a PDF, and then you have to download it, you know, as a PDF, I believe.
Okay, let's go back over here. Now, one of the things we just talked about was determination and your why and your goals and so forth. Well, at the beginning of a new year is a great time to evaluate that, but also here's something that I put together for something I'm working on here, if I can make it work. Here we go. Oh, I got to put it in present mode. All right, here we go. So beginning a new decade is also a great time not only to establish what you want to accomplish moving forward, but it's a great thing to be able to communicate to your prospects as well. So, you know, we're entering a new decade here, the 20s, and, you know, having a clear direction for what you want to accomplish this decade is a great thing to not only embrace yourself, but to communicate to your leads and your prospects. And you know, what might that look like? Well, first of all, for you and for your prospects, you can control your financial destiny in the 20s and beyond by investing in yourself and your future. And as far as it relates to your prospects are concerned, rather than having a job and working 9 to 5 and embracing that grind, why not invest in yourself and look at what that might do for you in the coming decade. You know, one thing I like to do is, all right, 2010, where was I then and what was I doing and what was I accomplishing? And here I am today in the beginning of a new decade. Where do I want to be? What do I want to have accomplished by 2030? And then you can break it down, of course. But investing in yourself will be more apt to help you accomplish what your objectives are. Guys, did you have anything to add there?
Yeah, 2030, I still want to be alive. My why.
That's a good goal. That's a good why.
Yeah, there you go. And then, you know, creating alternative or replacement income streams, and regardless of what economy we are in, right now the economy is great, but it's always good for anybody to have alternative and or replacement income streams ready and engaged, and you know, we offer that option and alternative. So that's something to bear in mind.
Yeah, I wish I had an alternative income stream like ours going when I was in the mortgage industry.
Yeah.
Back in, I was in the mortgage industry from 03 to 09, and I was approached by people that were in business opportunities, you know, and I wouldn't even look at it because I was making so much money in mortgages. I wasn't looking for anything. But had I been set up with a, you know, they call it side gig now or some sort of a side income vehicle, I would have, when I got out of the mortgage industry in 09, I would have hit the ground running rather than stumble for the first couple of years before, you know, kind of getting my ground and finding this business model.
Well, and you never know what's going to happen with the economy. We like to say, and I believe our business is, you know, it's regardless of what the economy is doing, there's always going to be people that are looking for optional replacement alternative income.
Yeah, so it's kind of recession proof. Yeah,
that's it. That's exactly right. So, another thing to deal or look at is securing direction and position for yourself for financial freedom. And, here we've talked about this to a degree already, but moving from where you are to where you want to be financially. And that is not going to happen all by itself. You've got to take action to get somewhere beyond where you are now. So, embracing your business, embracing your options. And like Steve said earlier, if what you're doing isn't working, then evaluate other options that can help you put additional power behind your business. Increase your options to succeed in accomplishing your objectives. These all go together. People are looking for options and alternatives, and certainly we have something here that is designed to help people move beyond where they are into something new. And you can, by doing what we have, you can gain independence from payroll dependence. And we all know that a lot of people are absolutely looking for that. And, the problem is a lot of the things that they have looked at or are looking at out there are not designed for them to succeed. And that kind of leads to this last one here. Help is available. What we provide here with our coaching and our mentoring and our one-on-one support is so that people don't have to do it on their own. And so that's sort of the package. And it applies not only to us individually, you personally, but also is just some good thoughts to have in your back pocket that you might be able to communicate to your leads and your prospects. And, sort of instill a sense of vision and looking positively toward the future with them. So.
Yeah, I think this slide or whatever is not just geared towards, you guys and us as the members already, but, just to kind of give you an overall feeling of the message that you can convey to your prospect, right. Either, verbally over the phone or, in broadcast emails and that type of thing to try to move them from, where they are now, be it maybe they're skeptical, maybe they're scared, maybe they're just not ready to make a decision, get them to move to the point to where they're ready to spend the money and get started with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you're talking to prospects, if you're interviewing prospects or doing closes, some of the data in this slide, it can be used, So, hey, Dave, did you see how you can possibly control your own destiny with a business like this, where you can get up every day and work your own hours and make high profit sales so you can go after your, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Any questions or comments?
Yeah, questions or comments on this. And then I want to mention something too.
Crickets.
Okay. It's come up, and I don't know what the answer is, but it's come up the last, maybe a couple of people in the last month or two who got started immediately had their Craigslist accounts shut down.
Yeah, that's
and I don't have enough information to really know exactly what they did. I suspect that it could be placing too many ads, getting too excited and placing too many ads like immediately from a brand new fresh account, which is going to be a red flag for Craigslist.
Or it could be mentioning obvious no-nos.
Yeah, it could be having stuff in the verbiage of your ad that's flagging the ads as well for them, I guess. But from a posting standpoint, I've never posted more than 2 ads in a day. I think Michael and John maybe have posted more than that.
I've posted 3 usually.
You usually post 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. and with no problem, but I've never posted any more than 3.
Okay.
I almost always post 3. If I want to post more than that, I'll use more than one Craigslist account.
Right.
And you'll post them just back to back to back, right? You just post it.
I post them.
Yeah, back to back to back. Yeah.
And that, but to me, that's the key, and that's what I recommend to the people I'm working with is no more than 3. And at first, like it or not, you should stay relatively close to home, in my opinion. You know, you start posting ads on the East Coast and the West Coast and in between or wherever, right when you first get started. I believe you raise your potential for being shut down by Craigslist to a higher level. Now, John may have a different opinion about that, but I don't recommend new people start posting beyond, a 300-mile radius or so, or in their own state, until their account is seasoned a bit, if it's a brand new account.
Yeah, 'cause that's the thing. We've been posting for so long now that we could probably get away with stuff that new people with brand new accounts are not going to get away with too.
One thing too, to make your account seasoned, that I read a tip on somebody's YouTube video, is if it's a brand new account, don't right away post multiple ads. Post an account, and like Michael says, keep it within 300. And then once that account's posted, a little tip was, once that account is up, go to that account and click on it and open it, let it stay there for a minute, click on it again and open it. For some reason.
You mean ad or the account?
No, I mean the ad. Excuse me.
Okay.
The ad, so it looks like the ad is safe, it's working, it's fine, it's within 300 miles. You didn't do anything to tip off any of their analog formulas, you know what I mean? And you don't want to mention MLM and click here for this link. If you type that into text, sometimes the ad won't even allow you.
That I have in my ad.
Yeah, but I have the click on the actual button.
Well, I do too, but I say click the button below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the key thing is, and I probably ought not to even say this, but I will, because if I say it, it may happen. But every single new person that I set up, I have them open up 2 Craigslist accounts and be prepared to place 6 ads, 3 in each. And if you'll do that starting out, then you can probably be in pretty good shape. Now, the other thing is, if you ever have an account shut down and you don't know the reason why, then it could be that you're not going to be able to pay for an ad in a new account with the same credit card that you used before if they shut you down before. So, you may have to use a debit or credit card in order to get your ads to post and not have any problems. So, just a thought.
Yeah, so I would say just ease into it, I mean, we don't know. Craigslist doesn't post rules. We're already breaking their rules by posting business opportunities in the job section, but,
And they know people do that, trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're happy collecting the money.
They collect the money, but, there's a certain point, I guess, where they have their own threshold.
And if 3 ads per account, having two accounts, that gives you 6 ads in my book, at least. If that's not enough for you, open up another Craigslist account. And just try to, if you'll maintain that, I just know from experience, after doing this for all these years and being shut down by Craigslist back a few years ago, since I started doing it this way, everything's been fine. So, and everybody that I'm setting up as members using Craigslist, it's been working fine. So, anyway.
Oh, can you guys hear me? Did I freeze up?
No.
You can? Another thing to be careful about, I think, is, like, I know specifically my template is floating around all over the place out there, and a lot of members have the template that I use, or at least at one point in time was using. If everybody's posting the same exact ad, right? If you're not editing it at all, and you're not you're not changing up the subject lines.
Yeah.
I think that potentially could be a red flag too, that the same ad is being posted from a different account than, my account, for example, so.
And they'll err on the side of the original person, not the copycat too.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem. So that could be an issue too. I don't really know, but when you get an ad template, I'd be careful copying it exactly. Make some edits to it.
Yep.
Although now that I think about it, I have people on my team that use the same ad and don't have any problems. So that might not be the problem. I don't know. But, the more things you can do to not raise a red flag with Craigslist, I think the better chance you have of not having your account shut down.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay.
All right.
Any comments, questions, concerns? Otherwise, we'll wrap up early.
Now, that was some good information, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Ron Campbell from Colorado Springs.
Thank you.
What you guys doing?
Jim Arrett from Houston, Texas.
What's that?
Hey.
Jim Arrett from Houston, Texas. I'm on Ed's team.
Oh, hey, Jim. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Some good information this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Hey, guys, I got a question for each one of you. This is Ron from Colorado Springs.
For each one.
Pardon me?
For each one of us, like individually or as a group?
Yeah. It won't be that long.
Okay.
It's a marketing question. Okay. I just been advertising in Craigslist for the last couple months, been successful. But where do you guys like to advertise outside of Craigslist? We'll start with Michael.
Well, I do solo ads quite a bit.
Okay.
From time to time, and Udemy is one place that I use. But we are experimenting and working on some other options. But solo ads would probably be your next best option, or purchasing some leads from our lead warehouse. I have done that, and we'll do it again. In fact, there's a special running right now. You can get 2 for 1 if you want to plug into that as an option.
How about you, John?
Well, as Steve knows, Michael knows, I'm primarily a Craigslist guy. It served me well for the last 5 years, so I do my typical so many ads a month, and I'm old school because I like to review, but I do occasionally do buy some leads, or I've taken out a couple ads here and there, but for some reason Craigslist is so good to me and lucrative enough that I don't usually go too far away, although like Michael says, we're experimenting with other possibilities.
Okay, how about you, Steve?
Yeah, I do a few different things. I mean, yeah, solo ads, like Michael said, I'm not running them right now, but I do pay-per-click on Bing. That's been a good lead generator. Also run an ad in a magazine every month. What else do I do? Yeah, those are really the primary strategies, and always looking for different options as well. But those are really the primary ones.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good question, because I know we get, hung up on Craigslist, and everybody's doing Craigslist, and we start everybody off on Craigslist because it's easy and we know that it works. But there are definitely other strategies, and we list a bunch of them on our training site. That's not even all of them. Some people do postcards. Postcards. The reason we don't push that is it's a more expensive strategy to do, but it's also a pretty easy one. So if you have the money to spend, that's an easy one to generate leads from as well.
I used to have a guy, he's on moratorium right now, that made sales with instant messenger on Facebook. You know, he had 800 or 900 friends, and every day he'd send out 5 or 10 instant messages to each friend, because, you know, friends on Facebook are not necessarily totally real friends. They're Facebook friends, you know, so you send out a little thing. Hey, Joe, I see you're a friend on my site. You know, if you ever need, if you keep your options open and need extra income, check this link out. And he'd send them to his capture page and make a couple sales that way. And that's free, you know?
Yep. Yeah, good question, Ron.
Hey guys, it's Ed in Texas. I just wanted to make a quick comment. First of all, I really appreciate what you guys put together, the vision for 2020 and created a vision for yourself. As you guys know, I've been doing this a long time. I usually just sit back and listen to let the new guys learn, but it helped trigger something for me. It's something that I need to sit back and really think farther than 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. And for that, I appreciate the information. I really do. The other thing, Ron, is great questions, great comments, and that's very, very important that we all remember. You cannot just advertise in one place, because like Michael said, all of a sudden, if you get shut down, then you're in trouble. And I think we all need to remember that as we get started, to be sure and advertise in multiple different areas, as any business should.
Yes, you're definitely right. Back in probably what year, maybe 2010, 2011, 2012, I was focused on one marketing strategy, and it was a free strategy. It took some work, but I was driving traffic to my blog, and I was figuring out how to do that and learning how to do that. And it was working. And I was literally generating 25 to 30 leads every single day for free. And things were great. Now, I wasn't in the right business model to really capitalize and make a lot of money off of it, unfortunately. But then I woke up one day and I had like one lead. And I'm like, what is going on? And Google had changed the way they ranked stuff. And I don't want to get too technical, but basically you would find my stuff on the first page of Google yesterday, and today it was nowhere to be found. They had changed it up so much. And, you know.
Whoop.
Lost you, Steve.
We went into the ozone again.
All right.
Right at the punchline.
Okay, folks.
Craigslist for most people, but do multiple things.
Yeah, you just
Put out again, but we got the gist of it.
Yep.
Bottom line, that's the death of a business real quick if you're not willing to adapt, period.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good stuff.
Have a great week.
All right.
Take
See you,
care,
man.
everybody.